Alrighty. Howdy Neighbors, and welcome back to Dark Nights. Last time we got the entirety of Kurato's backstory. And also Chain is here. Both Kurato and I turned to the familiar voice. How long have you been standing here? Oh, Chain. Kurato's expression freezes, and I wonder what he's worried about. You didn't see that, right? See what? Chain raised an eyebrow, then turned to the unconscious man. If he's dead, then take the body to our headquarters. He's not dead. Kurato actually purified. Before I finish my line, Kurato covers my mouth and smiles innocently at his colleague. He's a random passerby who probably collapsed from too much, I think. Okay, we're now with the East and South District, and I'm heading this way. You coming? I'm not done here yet. You're slow. You know what? I'll just handle it myself. Chain gazes at me once more before going off. Side to side, Kurato lets out a small sigh. Swiftly removes his hand from my mouth. What was that for? Or tell him that I'm purifying the spirits. How will he know about it? I don't know how to explain my powers. If he finds out, soon he'll think I'm some sorcerer using forbidden magic. You know what you are, besides a bunny. He rubs his hair and sighs again. He'll put me in a coffin. Do you know he kills off the possessed people? He has no mercy. Why don't you tell Chain that you've got different methods? Because he'll ask what my method is and put me under suspicion. Anyway, enough about this matter. Kurato stares at me for a while and his expression softens. Without another word, he places an arm around my waist and another one under my thigh, and lifts me into bridal carry. Why are you carrying me? We have a ball tonight. You'll hurt your feet if you walk all the way. But this is embarrassing. You'd rather piggyback ride. Hell yeah, I would. I remain speechless in his arms. I'm not able to admit it to him. I feel happy to see him tonight. Kurato, will you join the party too? I can't do my work properly with Chain around, so I guess I'll join you. I can't help but chuckle. Later we arrived at school. I'm surprised by how many people turned up. I could barely recognize my classmates in fancy clothes. Some of them started looking at me, and I could quickly tell Kurato to put me down. I catch a familiar face in the corner of my eye. I'm going to tease him for a bit. Hey you, Ryoji! My friend looks startled when I approach him, shouting his name. He's about to run away when I cut off his escape route and grab his tie. What's the meaning of this, Ryoji? You left me waiting, and not a single call. You're not even following the dress code. I got a last-minute call from the discipline committee. They were short members, so I had to go on patrol. I meant to call you, but then I realized I left my phone at home. My eyes narrow and he averts his gaze. I'm so sorry. I really didn't know how to contact you. How did you get here, by the way? Kurato slides next to me, coiling an arm around my waist. He smirks at Ryoji. I was carrying her all the way in my... It's fine, I just walked. Scenery of the village at night... The scenery of the village at night when you're alone is really nice, you know. You make me feel even guiltier. Ryoji greets Kurato with a nod and rubs his neck. Anyway, I won't bother you too much with your duties. Have fun. Ryoji chuckles as I pull Kurato with me. I spent some time in the ballroom, mostly just chatting in the corner. I know I mentioned this before, but the backgrounds in this game are beautiful. After a while, we head to the balcony for some fresh air. The night appears more mysterious with the moon hidden behind clouds. After my eyes gaze to the darkness, I notice more stars appearing in the sky, like tiny lights, slowly being switched on. It was such a pretty image. I lean on the railings while I watch the scenery. A gentle warm breeze blows through my hair. I feel so comfortable that I can fall asleep right in the spot. I don't mind the silence at all, though. I vaguely remember Ikuya saying something about it feels comfortable when you are with the right person. The waiter passes by with trays of drinks. I'll take a cup before he leaves. Taking sips of my drink, I glanced at Kurato. Even though he was friendly at the beginning, there was always some sort of distance between us. After he revealed his identity and past, the puzzle looks more complete. We do each other when we speak at the same time. You first. You can... it's going forever. Can I go first? Kurato smiles faintly and turns his gaze back to the sky. He folds his arms on the railing, shifting his posture. His fingers play with the glass cup. I wait curiously for what he is about to say. I want to confess something. This might not be the best timing, but... He pauses for a moment to take a deep breath. I'm glad I could talk with you like this. At first, I didn't want to tell you the strange story of how we met out of fear that you wouldn't believe me. Even though our first encounter was brief, it made a huge impact on me. Ever since then, I wasn't able to forget you. I didn't have a reason to approach you until our paths crossed again. At some point, I noticed strange things happening around you, and couldn't just watch from a distance. Even though I'm awful at introductions, I didn't want to miss the chance. He gives me a shy smile. It was just bok choy and water, you know. I've been treating you like a pet and everything. It's embarrassing to hear that I meant a lot to you. When you mentioned that you knew me from before, I almost thought I had amnesia. If we had met as children, I definitely would have remembered you. I can't imagine finding out that the one I treasured forgot about me. I'm sorry. Don't be. Kurato leans closer and brushes his arm against mine. He beams at me. His smile is contagious. I can't help but do the same. Suddenly we hear a loud scream from the ballroom because we can't have anything nice. We exchange a look before heading back inside. Music has stopped, replaced by the collective hushed whispers in the room. That scream must have caused a commotion, and most of the students were more confused than panicked. I instantly saw Ryoji in the middle of the crowd, waving his arms. No panicking, please. Let's just all move out quietly and calmly evacuate. Ryoji's shout overpowers the crowd. He and the others, presumably from the discipline committee, guide the students through. Kurato and I walk straight to Ryoji and said, Ryoji, what's going on? Yes, why are you still here? You should be... Kurato steps forward, pulling out his investigator badge. Ryoji's eyes widen in surprise as he glances between the two of us, but then he nods in understanding. Two students were acting strangely earlier. When a guy approached them, they suddenly attacked him. The guy was bleeding heavily, but they probably had a weapon. Someone already called for an ambulance, but now we can't find the guy anywhere. Ryoji's still there. They escaped somewhere. I'm not fully sure about the details. Before I could ask anything else, Kurato was already ran off. I follow him. Ryoji calls out to me, but I reassure him that I'll come back later. My gut feeling tells me the students were possessed. Nothing like this should happen. I tried to keep up with Kurato in heels. I slowed down to catch my breath, still keeping my eyes on him. He turns another hallway. I continue to chase after him. Shortly after, I hear gunshots. Someone on the other end of the hallway is headed in my direction. It's a chase! Why are you covered in blood? This isn't mine. That doesn't help. That does not help. Suddenly he grabbed me by the wrist and pulls me toward him. Just enough that my face nearly hits his chest. He firmly holds me in place, his grip like steel. What the... Tisk. Dare to shoot me now. It takes a second before I recognize Kurato's voice behind me. I slowly turn my face to peek at what's happening, but I'm too confused to speak. Kurato lowers his gun. His expression softens when our eyes meet. I hate this kind of situation. You are in it a lot. Before doing anything, I'm going to hear them out first. Hey Jace, what's going on? Did you already take care of those 2 students? Yeah, I did. It was out of self-defense, and besides, they were possessed. Who cares what happens to them? Your deaths weren't necessary. You could have done something about it. You can't be everywhere at once. It's not up to you to decide anyway. Jace, release, blah blah blah. How can I be sure you won't shoot me after? This is probably a good time to get out of their way. God, he is such a pretty boy, isn't he? While I think of how to get away from Jace, Kurato raises his hand to draw a magic circle in the air. I glance over Jace's shoulder to see more circles appearing behind him. Jace clicks his tongue again. I must have noticed him too. I expected him to release me, but he could defend himself from both sides. Instead, he always to get closer, having an arm around my neck. Not from this angle. He uses his other arm like a shield. He deflects the spells that come his way. It feels like I'm choking. Hi, Kurato. Not a smart move, you know. Kurato casts more spells to keep Jace busy while he moves closer to rescue me. As he's near enough, Jace shoves me aside and takes the chance to attack Kurato. Pulls the bandages around his hands, exposing his hands are claw-like weapons! I love it! I love it, I love it! No time to evade, Kurato takes a hit. Just back, blood gushing from his arm. Jace does not falter and continues attacking, delivering blow after blow at him. Kurato conjures up defensive magic circles, but to block them. This is revenge for what you did to my brother. I think I killed him, but I just sent him to a different dimension. Even if that's true, he's still gone. Actually, he was the one who insisted on coming here to fix you. I know everything about your past. If you weren't involved with the people here, it would be easier to erase all traces of you. I was trying to find other methods. Now I don't really care anymore. You guys continue to fight. Now Kurato is at a disadvantage because of his injured arm. The only person Jace is willing to listen to now is his brother. It's a risk, but I don't have any other ideas. I don't have the physical strength to extinguish the fire between them. So I try to convince them with words. Both of you are working on erasing an ongoing plague of the village. If you kill each other, what will become of this place? Kurato, you should let Blaze come back. You guy's even crazier than this one. Trust me on this. Jace lowers his weapon and looks at me with suspicion. Despite that, he gives Kurato space. Kurato was doubtful at first, but eventually lowers his arms as well. The circles fade away. He reaches into his pocket to take out a few charms. He notices his injured arm is shaking as he performs the chant. I quickly move to his side to help him out. It takes a while and a few failures before we manage to summon a large magic circle. He just popped right up! Hello! A dark-haired male slowly steps through the portal-like platform. The circle disappears in an instant after his body is out. By the shift in Jace's eyes, he seems both surprised and delighted. Kurato stays on his guard, considering what happened during the last encounter. He discreetly puts his good arm behind his back, his lips slightly moving as he murmurs to himself. He could spell ahead of time. Must be really wary after what happened during their last encounter. This is school grounds. Blaze! The man turns to the voice and greets his brother with a brief mumble. He looks a bit dazed from the event, but quickly collects himself. Blaze takes one glance at Kurato and turns his back to leave. Where are you going? You have no business with him. What happened to you? Were you the one who said we can't leave him alone? Being stuck in a dark room with nothing but your own thoughts made me reconsider a few things. And here I thought you were strict on your principles. Blaze looks at me. It feels as though he already knows what I'm thinking. It's a gamble what Blaze will do. But he is the only one who can stop his brother. For some reason, I have faith in his words. I notice that Jason is not pleased with the change of events, but he does not protest. After the twins leave, Kurato releases the spell he had prepared and rests against the wall. I moved next to him for support. Wow, he really saved me back there. Thanks for putting faith in me. Hello? Kurato smiles suddenly fades as he reaches for his chest. Hits me off guard, making me stumble and trip backwards onto the ground. He's a doggy! Oh no, that's not a bunny, that's a dog. I'm very much afraid of dogs, but this one's cute. He suddenly changes into a large creature that seemed like a grown-up version of his usual small bunny. I stared in awe. His size could scare anyone off, but he looks otherworldly to me. Kurato's voice resounds in my head. Now, I reach my limit. I'm so confused. It's the curse that has grown worse. The beast kneels, his clear turquoise eyes boring into me. I raise my hand to caress his fluffy cheek. One of his front legs is so red, staining even the fur around the wound. It seems the wound is halfway closed. Oh, your arm is still hurt. Can you move? I'm gonna get you out of here quickly before anyone sees you. No. The sudden footsteps echo in the hallway behind us, approaching. Kurato looks over my shoulder and emits a low growl. It's Chain! No! No! This game is a nightmare! This route, oh my god! Hey. I reach to the spot and slowly turn my head. Chain glares at us with suspicious eyes, his gun ready pointed at Kurato. Tell me, how long has he been like this? Not knowing how to answer, I stand up and extend my arms to block Chain's way. Put the gun down. Step aside. I'll shoot even if you don't move. Kurato is my friend. It's your friend. You know he won't harm anyone. You don't know what this curse might do to him. I still won't back away. As you wish. Based on his words, the sound, it sounds like he's still trying to convince me, but I immediately hear a gunshot. My eyes widen at an unexpected event. Chain's eyes are cold, truly like a hunter's. I wait for the pain, but something catches the bullet. The fluffy tail is suddenly in front of me, acting like a shield. I hear a soft growl behind me, followed by the hem of my dress being tugged at from behind. Kurato is back to his feet, already facing the other direction. Get on, we're moving. What? Do I have to sit on top of you? Hurry up or I'll sit on you instead. The comment makes me flustered, but I hop onto his back. Without paying further attention to Chain, Kurato dashes away. I cling tightly onto the fur and look behind, wondering if Chain is following us. He does not. The silhouette only gets smaller, which makes me relax a bit. Hey Kurato, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for taking me back there. I am your bodyguard, you know. I'm sorry about what happened with Chain. Don't worry, it was before they would turn out like this. I pity him for being in such a terrible position. He might die the next time they meet. He must feel sad about it. Ames, you're touching me all over. What else should I hold on to? Open your mind though. You perv. And after we reach my house, I climb off his back. Hear about his current state. I bring him inside despite his protests. When I raise suspicion if I enter your place. You've been doing it since the beginning. Besides, no one should be walking around this late. What are they going to report anyway? A giant wolf walked through my front door. He'll be staying in this form forever, right? I'm not sure. Try to calm him down with gentle pets. Right to my touch, he leans into my palm. You can tell I gently wash the blood off his arm and bandage the wound. I check for other injuries, but he seems to be fine. Kurato covers his eyes with his paw. Getting closer, a bit worried. What's wrong? I'm just thankful to have you. I have my smile at his words. I give him a pet on the top of his head between his ears. Today he decides to sleep in the living room, so I grab a large blanket from my room and cover Kurato with it. I snuggle up against him, thinking about everything that happened tonight. My body's achy from all the action. I forgot to notify Leoji that I'm home. Oh well, he has no phone with him at the moment. I'll contact him later. By the way, you're a sorcerer, right? Why don't you teach me? It would be a bit difficult in my current state. I want to learn those tricks you did. I'll do whatever it takes to protect you. You sound so cheesy right now. Press my arms and poke his back. I could have said, I'll gladly teach you. If you're capable. A smile crosses my face and I slowly close my eyes. Kurato took a bit of the blanket to cover my body too. I'll kick your... The weekend passes by. We attend school on Monday as usual. Games, how are you today? Hi, Ikuya. It's been a hot minute. Doing fine, what about you? Good as well, thanks. I didn't see you anymore on Saturday. What were you doing? Oh, I didn't go. I ended up making pancakes with Ikuyo. So you didn't know then. Ryoji canceled the date without telling me. He left me alone at the ball. Oh my goodness. How could he do such a thing to you? His excuse was something about security duties. Still has no reason to just ditch you. He's the worst. I'll kick him later. Hope you enjoyed the night though. Perhaps with someone else. The scene where Kurato carried me and his arms crossed my mind, making me blush. That was apparently enough to answer Ikuya. She continued teasing me about it, so I shifted the focus back to her. I asked what made her scoop the ball. Well, she had been so excited about it in the first place. I was all dressed up, but then he said that a murderer might be walking around at night. Just a hunch, apparently. He always did have an oddly accurate gut feeling. Alright, I heard something bad happened at the ball. Do you know what happened? There was barely any details about it. No, I was at the balcony when it happened. Something about students attacking someone, and they found out when everyone was already evacuating. Ryoji should know more about it. I see. Speaking of, hi Ikuya in games. Ask you to shall receive. The students that caused the scene at the ball have been reported missing. Many rumors are being spread by the ones that did not go to the ball. Oh, hi Ryoji. So what happened after? Some investigators hinted that they might be dead. Oh, hi Ryoji, me. These games, you have no idea how worried I was. You were gone for so long that I went to look for you. When they said the building was empty, I had no choice but to go home. I acted in the heat of the moment. Since you weren't carrying a phone, I thought it'd be useless to contact you. But you had after and yesterday. Ryoji shakes his head and lets out a deep sigh. By the way, Ryoji. Ikuya hits him in the chest. Kill him. That's for not going to the ball with games. Right on my heart. Let me make it beat again then. You really do follow your promises. After class started, Ikuya looks around the classroom. Where's Blaze? Now Jace too. What happened to the twins? None of the other students know, and neither does the teacher. I wonder if they have decided to leave the village now that Kurato was no longer their target. During lunchtime, I make sure no one is around before I grab my bag. I open it and poke inside. Hey, it's safe now. He's so cute! I love him! Oh my god, he's so cute, I can't! He's just a baby! I love him. I love him so much. Kurato sticks his head out. He seems to be gasping for breath. Sorry, my bag is a bit cramped. I should turn into a small bunny. You really have to pack this many books. I feel suffocated. Yeah, this was your idea. Either suck it up or stay at home, and fear that Chain will break into the house and kidnap you. Investigators don't break into people's houses. If you could do it, why can't Chain? Anyway, are you hungry? I have a piece of my sandwich. Kurato eagerly takes it with both of his paws and happily digs in. No, I can imagine it! He's so cute! Oh my god. By the way, about your job, won't they notice your absence? I know you do daily reports. You're doing pretty well so far. Sleeping for a bit won't be too suspicious. What about Yuno? I don't think Chain would report these sorts of incidents. I think I'm safe for now. Do you think he'll go after you? Who knows? Now there are more important things on his plate. Kurato was quiet for a bit, his whiskers twitching as he nibbles. I bite my own sandwich, amused by the sight. Not a solid theory, but I think my curse will disappear once this village is cleaned of evil spirits. James, will you help me with this? Of course, I've been waiting for you to ask since the beginning. I pet the body. I'm eventually convinced him to rest at home, as lugging him around in my bag will not help him any. After a few days, his injuries are healed, which turns him back into a human. It seems his injuries heal faster when in beast form. He's doing his best to avoid Chan as well, which is considerably difficult because they have the same job. But for now, he mostly stays away from Chan's patrol spots. As promised, Kurato has been teaching me a few protective chants. I also learned how to use charm so I can support him in his investigations. A sitting duck to his partner is a whole upgrade. I have been enjoying these days much more than before. James, right over there. I placed the charm where Kurato instructs me. We're creating a trap to catch some possessed people that will appear soon. After I finish, we see a stray possessed person heading our way. As predicted, it falls right into our trap. The charms race around him, binding it together to cage it in. To purify them, Kurato chants a spell, so it collapses instantly. Lately, it has been getting easier to locate our targets, and our cooperation is improving. I hope we didn't bump into Chain tonight. I can predict his pattern. I have known him for so long, but he could change it entirely to throw me off if he wanted. The fact that he hasn't made a move at all. I'm just worried he will outwit me at some point. That'll be after we finish with this job. Be more confident. I playfully pop his shoulder and smile at him. His expression brightens upon looking at me. We continue this routine every night. I don't know how long the road is ahead. We're moving in the right direction. Normal end 4. Beauty and the Bunny! I love him. I don't want to be done with the bunny. I love the bunny. No, hold on. Oh god, there's so many. Hell yeah. Oh, we're missing like 2! Oh no! That's so upsetting. That's fine. A sketchbook. Complete all the ending. So that's it for Kurato's story. What's next? I think up next we're gonna go for Old House. Totally forgot his name. And it was just on the screen and I totally forgot. I'll go for him next. But I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode off here so we can start with a fresh slate. So thank you very much for watching and hopefully I'll see you later.